And we're live. Welcome in, everybody. We're going to give everyone a couple seconds just to filter into this room now. We have a really great session for your Friday today. We have Eamon ready for Market Logic. Really great session. Let's get into some insights. My name is Kat Bojack. If you have any questions, there's a Q&A box on the right-hand side of the screen and a chat box if you just want to say hi, pop in where you're from, what part of the universe you're coming in from. We'd love to say hi back to you. So without any further ado, Eamon, go ahead and take it away.
All right. Thank you, Kat. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to today's session. My name is Ayman Shalhoub. I'm the Senior Director of Growth and Product Experience at Market Logic, and excited to share with you some of what we've been building today. So at Market Logic, we work with some of the largest companies in the world, helping them get insights out of their data much faster. We provide them with a market intelligence and an insights management platform. And we're talking here about massive libraries of consumer research, intelligence, and surveys, whether it's their own primary proprietary studies or paid and unpaid syndicated sources. In short, we help them squeeze as much value out of those assets. And as you can see, many of our clients operate globally, which means their data has all kinds of regional and local nuances, but they still need a centralized, standardized, and secure way to find, connect, and use insights within their teams. We serve a huge range of industries, from pharma to FMCG, retail to telco, finance to automotive. So we see every day firsthand what analysts and insight teams across every sector need and where they also struggle. And what we see across every industry today, one thing is certain, that AI has really changed the game. It's no longer enough to just surface insights. The real challenge is how do we turn insights into a growth engine for business impact, to grow your business, your product, your brand, and do it fast. Our research shows that as businesses are moving faster, noise is increasing, the stakes are higher. Still, a lot of those organizations are not able to get to their insights faster, which makes more than 40% of product and innovation and marketing teams making decisions purely based on gut feel. And millions are lost in terms of research. So, you know the challenge. The challenge is that the complication is more data is coming at us, and it's coming at you faster than ever, in more formats from more places. Structured data like sales figures, product adoption rates, customer demographics are usually living in databases and Excel sheets or trackers. It's like one side of the world. And unstructured data like customer reviews, social posts, call transcripts, analyst reports, they sit somewhere else entirely, often buried in PDFs, PowerPoints, video, and audio transcripts. So today I want to show you how DeepSights, our flagship Gen AI product, connects those two worlds. And if you take just one thing from today's session, I hope it would be this, that with DeepSights, you can confidently handle bigger, more varied data sets, integrate and synthesize them in a seamless flow, and generate compelling insights in minutes. So you can spend your time really driving the business rather than wrestling with your data. So what is DeepSights? DeepSights is your always-on insights partner. It's designed to help you get the right answers faster and to put them in the hands of everyone in the organization. One, it democratizes. So it makes your organizational knowledge accessible to everyone and not just the few people who know how to get to it. Two, it synthesizes. It connects all your different data sources, research reports, syndicated feeds, structured databases, and turns them into clear, actionable insight. And third, it automates. It continuously scans, organizes, and surfaces what matters, so you can scale your understanding across teams and even uncover opportunities for innovation. Now, under the hood, it's powered by your own market logic, which means it unifies and connects your whole insight ecosystem and grounds the platform with your own context, providing this deep evidence analysis, removing risks of misinterpretations or AI hallucinations. And it centralizes all those assets into one trusted hub. DeepSights can connect to any source and bring it into your workflow. And importantly, it's operating within your secure environment, respecting your privacy, governance, and compliance requirements at every step. Let's quickly jump into a demo of DeepSights. So let me share my screen. All right. So I moved to our demo environment, and what you see here is a typical a customer interface. This is a mimicked type of FMCG sort of organization. And what you see is your homepage. You see some of the, let's say, assets available to this organization from syndicated resources like Statista, Intel, and some of their primary reports. And the way you access DeepSights is via this unified, let's say, search interface. It activates 3 different modes, but today we're going to get into and talk about answers. So answers allows you to answer any business question. And what I want to show you is, let's pick up a question that I've asked a little bit earlier. Okay, so let's pick this one. Okay, so which plant-based foods are showing slowing growth, and what trends are driving that in APAC during 2024? So what DeepSights has done here is when it went back and looked at, sorry, let me pick just another one, because I think this one. All right. So what DeepSights has done here is it went into the background and looked into all of our research assets. And if you look at the structure of the question here, which plant-based foods are showing declining growth, which means it needs to look into a sales database. It needs to look into our performance as a company and what's happening there. But also I'm asking it to look into what trends are driving that in APAC during 2024. So data that could come from unstructured surveys or research reports. What I see here on my right is the evidence-based trusted sources. For example, I see all the sources that are structured, unstructured data that's coming in from primary reports, such as the state of the industry, plant-based trends. But what's interesting here is that it's showing me exactly in each market the drop. So 16% in Vietnam, for example, and Singapore, percentage-wise and value-wise. And what's cool here is that it's actually also looking at, if you look at this source number 6, it's looking at my market data. It's looking at a connected database of my performances, of my sales performance. So if I dive deeper a little bit here, I can look and understand a little bit more about the database. So where's that table coming from? What is the query that DeepSights has generated? So it calculates the average negative growth rate and total value for FMCG subcategory. So it's doing that on the fly, connected to the database, and it can even show me the SQL code done for this. So for data analysts, this is great because it shows full transparency of what DeepSights is doing in the background. So what it did here is pretty cool. It's connected to an actual live database to surface the trends of sales, where the declines are happening, but it also looked into my unstructured reports, showed the trends driving this decline. Usually this type of question in a traditional workflow would take hours, days to get to it. You need to connect your market, get the sales data, sift through all the sales reports, all the primary reports, and try to generate a meaningful insight. Now, what we've done here is we've done this in a few minutes. We were able to surface a good narrative based on solid, trusted data that's living in our hub. So, and the cool part here is that in just a few clicks, we're able to do that. And that's the core message I want to share with you today. DeepSights doesn't just help you find insights faster, it connects to every kind of data, structured, unstructured, in its one seamless flow. Now that we've seen how structured and unstructured data can finally live in one place, financial metrics side by side with market chatter, you're looking at a complete living picture of your market. But here is where it gets really interesting. So I'm going to go back to the slides and all right. So once those walls has fallen between those two worlds, you can not just look at the past and see what happened. It can actually help us look into the future and find emerging trends that can probably detect it from patterns that you might never spot manually. Gaps in competitor coverage, untapped customer segments, what we can call white space opportunities. And that's where our DeepSights agents come in. So you're not just reacting faster, you're discovering what's the next big move before everyone else. So on that, I want to share a video we've built on our DeepSights agent, and I will share that next.
Innovation is one of the biggest challenges facing businesses today. It's not just about having a few good ideas, it's about generating a high volume of quality ideas to find the ones that truly move the needle. Because innovation is a key driver of incremental revenue and long-term growth. That's why we created the Innovation Studio, a project-based environment designed to help teams fill the innovation funnel faster with better ideas. It brings structure, speed, and intelligence to the front end of innovation, where the pressure to deliver is highest. The journey begins with a clear briefing that describes what the objective of the innovation is. From there, AI recommends the most relevant insights that shall be used to inform the innovation journey. This can be from research you already have, it could be data from connected partner systems, or it could be from using the wealth of data generated by our AI agents, such as pre-consolidated consumer trends. These agents continuously scan your knowledge ecosystem, whether it's primary research, syndicated content, or public sources, to detect emerging market signals and profile them automatically. They're not just searching, they're interpreting, connecting, and building insight. Here you see the agents have analysed the data to identify trends such as minimalist and multifunctional hair care routines. They then build rich, evolving profiles that go far beyond summaries. Each profile includes a trend definition, a quantitative landscape, commercial execution, and more, structured into chapters that reflect your organization's best practices. As new information becomes available, the agents update these profiles, highlighting what's new, what's changed, and what's worth paying attention to. This ensures that your teams are always working with the most current, most relevant insights without needing to manually reprocess or recompile information. Let's go back to our innovation studio. So this insight step ensures that every innovation journey starts with a strong foundation of relevant data. And then the real work begins. Teams explore white spaces, generate ideas, and shape early concepts. AI agents support each step, scouting opportunity areas, evaluating ideas, and suggesting refinements. For example, when identifying white spaces, the AI doesn't just surface broad themes, it presents detailed opportunity candidates, complete with visuals and structured descriptions based on your templates, including consumer frustrations, attractiveness, and opportunity scope. And the process is dynamic. Human experts remain in control, guiding the AI, reviewing outputs, and refining direction. Just like we did with the white spaces, review all of the ideas and engage with AI to sharpen and consolidate them. And ultimately, Innovation Studio will build concepts to bring those ideas to life. We can then further evaluate by engaging agents to do concept testing or first concept appraisals. Together, the Innovation Studio and Always On agents offer a powerful combination. A structured, AI-supported environment for innovation, and a continuous intelligence layer that keeps your insights fresh and actionable. The result? A smarter, faster, insights-driven innovation journey, designed to help you generate more ideas, better ideas, and ultimately, the ideas that drive growth.
Amazing. So what we've seen here is DeepSights now is able to provide a collaborative intelligence framework, which means it can reimagine your processes, combining the best of human and agent intelligence to supercharge really the creativity of the organization. What makes those agents special is that they're unique to you, which means our agents are adopting your best practices and your data, customizing them to your own innovation process so that it can constantly draw differentiated insights from your own proprietary data sets. An always on intelligence foundation, which means around the clock insights discovery, powering your processes and guiding your decisions. Those agents can be goal-centric, so skilled on-demand agents, which means you're creating a specialized agent to share the data and the work as a digital team to support your end-to-end processes at scale. And they are purpose-built for insights, which means their superior contextual understanding makes sense of your data accurately. this deep evidence analysis we mentioned before removes any risk of misinterpretations and AI hallucinations. So it connects also to your comprehensive ecosystem of third-party insights, data providers, proprietary research, in-house databases, as we've seen, business apps, and other special purpose AIs. So looking forward, what we've seen, this is also from a third-party company, Forrester has done this total economic impact study on how DeepSights and market logic drive results within these organizations. And we're excited to share some of those numbers with you today. For example, there's a 400% return on investment once DeepSights is implemented, with a payback of 6 months. 97% speed to answer efficiency, 27% reduction on research cost savings, 50% reduction on legacy solutions. So great numbers really to show from a third party the real business impact that DeepSights can have in helping all these organizations and data analysts and teams surface the right insights from connecting their existing data sets. So what's needed really is not more AI. What's needed is a system of intelligence that connects the human and AI intelligence together. And that's what DeepSights provides. If you'd like to know more, please connect and download some of our content from this QR code that I'm sharing on the screen right now. I'll give you a second or two for that. So this document describes a lot of how our AI agents are applied to the insights industry. And if you'd like to try DeepSights as well, we provide a 2-week trial where you can connect and subscribe to our demo and see how that works with your own data set. Thank you so much for listening in today, and excited to hear more about this if you have any Q&A, questions and answers. And would love to connect after the webinar. So thanks for your time today.
Amazing. Thank you, Ayman. I think we have time for one question really quick. I know we're a little over time. We will not butt into the other sessions, but we do have one really good question. In allowing sources to be changed and answers regenerated, how do you ensure that you don't receive conflicting results?
Yeah, thanks. I think this is a great question. So we're not really concerned with any untrue statements, since DeepSights is really built from the ground up not to hallucinate. But by managing those sources and giving the user control over what documents are used to generate an answer, we can let the user, for example, say, like, I think these couple of studies don't make sense or they are outdated, so don't include them in your answer. So we intentionally enable this human expertise to come in and oversight working with AI, because we really believe that human and artificial intelligence together is what's going to drive the value.
Incredible. Thank you, Ayman, so much from the whole team at Market Logic. Thank you so much for being here today. Everybody else, there's one more session before we end today's Insights Tech Showcase. But on behalf of everyone from Greenbook, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you in the next session. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.